Today on Gear Modder, we're going to review and talk about the mods I've made to the Altama 8-inch Maritime boot. Let's get started. So I've been wearing this boot for about a month now, just over a month, and just thought I'd share some thoughts on this boot and some of the mods that I've made. When thinking about this boot and what it's designed for, it's it's really designed for letting water out, water activities. Maybe you're canoeing or you're rafting and you need some ankle support on a boot, or maybe you're going to go down the river and then do some hiking. This is a great boot for that too. So when you think about what the boot is for, they really kind of compete or are in the same category as these boots. These are the OTB Jungle Lights. OTB, I think, was bought out by Altama, or bought out by Nike, and then Altama. So they now own kind of this boot. But it was a great boot. Again, same kind of concept. It lets the water out really easily. It's designed as a jungle boot, very comfortable, but great for amphibious type tasks. But the Altama 8-inch Maritime boot goes a little bit further in its construction, and then it's all nylon, so it doesn't have that microfiber polyurethane material as much as the OTB did. So it drains a lot more when you walk, and it's designed more for letting that water out. Also, the other big difference too is this is designed to wear with fins, and the OTB was designed more as a jungle boot. So some differences there. In thinking about the two boots, again, if you're going to be out on the water and if you're going to get soaking wet and you want your shoes to dry quickly, you probably want to go with the 8-inch Altama boots, the Maritime boots, because they let the water out with ease. The other boots I want to compare these to are the other models of this boot. So you think of these are the low cut model of the Maritime boot. Great shoe. Love these shoes. I've worn them quite a bit. Super comfortable to wear. And again, they let your feet breathe, and they're real comfortable boots. Very easy if you're used to walking in minimalistic type shoes, because they have their zero drop in these shoes. These are super comfortable, and they do really well for what they're designed to do. Again, being out in the water, doing water activities, and then drying quickly, they do great. And then you have these boots. So these are the mid-level boots from Altama. Also a great pair of boots, and they give a little more ankle support when you need it. Now, the one thing I'll say though is if you have the 8-inch Altama boots, you don't need those mid-level boots because these give great ankle support. So if you are thinking about getting the 8-inch boots, then you won't need these mid-level boots anymore. Right now, when I need a boot that breathes, that dries quickly, I'll usually switch out, depending on what I'm doing, between the low cut and the 8-inch. Talking more about the 8-inch ones, again, super comfortable, just as comfortable as the low cut ones. They very flexible, same amount of flex. These do take a little bit more to break in. That toe cap seemed to, you have to break that toe cap in just a little bit at the flex point. It can rub against your toes just a little, not horrible. It does require some more break in here at the ankle. Just the thick Cordura nylon here, but not bad. Doesn't take long at all before the boots are super comfortable. One thing I'll note as if you're thinking about buying these boots, you're thinking about wearing them in some water activities. When going back to the low cut ones here, these you can wear all day long, no big deal. without socks. So if you think about being in the water, maybe you don't want to wear socks and you're just going to go barefoot in these. These do great, not a problem. However, when you get to the 8-inch boot, as with any boots, just because of the way boots are designed, there is a little bit of heel movement in boots. And so if you look into the heel cup here, you'll see it's that same, it's this material here with some stitching down there in the heel cup. So when your heel moves a little bit, it can create a hot spot, it can create blisters with that constant movement if you're not wearing socks. If you're wearing socks, it's not a big deal. But again, this is a aquatic, water shoe, so you might not want to wear socks with what you're doing, and that can cause problems. Again, not an issue with the low cut ones because your heel doesn't move at all. It's not a boot, right? But with boots, there's usually some sort of heel movement, and so it can cause hot spots. The one thing I would recommend, or I'd love to see in the next rendition of this boot, is maybe some microfiber polyurethane kind of layering here in the heel cup, kind of like the OTBs. The OTBs had that polyurethane, microfiber polyurethane heel cup. So it's super comfortable to wear without socks. That's what I would love to see in this boot. And I might try and stitch in some material in that heel cup and see how, what kind of difference that makes. Talking about mods to this boot, obviously one of the first things I did was change the laces out. It comes with the standard, the old military laces that came with the Altama crew boots and jungle boots. It's that same type of lacing material. So I changed that out for the 550 cord. I also changed out the insert in the boot. It came originally with this non-absorbent rubber material here insert, which is fine. It works great. It's the same insert that came with, with the mid-level boot came with the same insert, and with the low cut ones came with the same insert also, and it's fine. But when you're trying to get your foot in and out of a boot, if the material down here is too grippy on your socks or even on your feet, it's hard to get in and out of the boot quickly. So I changed them out for the OTB inserts. I love these inserts, and I need to get me another set. But they let water drain. You can see the holes, the drainage vents in the insert, and it's structured nice, and they're super comfortable, and they kind of accomplish the same purpose. They don't absorb the water flows freely, and so your feet dry faster. The other mod I made to these boots, if you saw my unboxing video, is I added the MOLLE webbing to the side of these boots. And I'll show some ideas here in a little bit of what you can, how you can utilize these. But the thought here is if you're wearing these boots, you're probably wearing shorts, you're probably out on the water or the river, and you might need to carry something, some additional gear on you. Maybe you need to carry a knife or a utility pouch of some sort. And so it gives you an option of where you can carry it down at your ankles versus, on your another part of your body somewhere. But easy to add, easy to take off if you don't like it. They look great, and they function really well too. So I really wanted them. When I saw these boots, I knew immediately that's what I was going to do, and it works great. So just share some ideas that you could do with the MOLLE webbing if you wanted to attach a dive knife, or in this case, this is a Gerber Prodigy. You can attach it to those strips, and it's super secure, but great if you needed to carry a knife with you and you didn't have another place to attach it. You could just put it here on your boots, or maybe a tactical pouch of some sort to carry some essential items when you're doing some water activities. The other thing I'll note, if you already have these shoes here and you're thinking about getting the 8-inch version, This sole here is more flexible than the 8-inch version. There's, if I remember the specs right, there's a shank in here that's a little more sturdy for probably load bearing, I would imagine. But it also means your steps are a little heavier. So if you think about stealthy walking, you know, these won't make as much noise. They just don't make as much noise when you walk on a hard surface as these do. It's just a louder sound, so it's harder to be quiet. But again, for what they're designed to do, it doesn't really matter, right? They're designed to be on the water, that they're designed for rafting, getting wet, whatever. And then, you know, if you need to go for a quick hike afterwards, they work well for that too. The soles are fantastic. Again, I've worn these on rocks and sharp objects, and you know, there's like no damage whatsoever. And there's videos of others who have worn this shoe, you know, the lower version, and they last for a long time. I love the stitching all the way around the sole. So the sole is not going to come off. You don't have to worry about it falling apart on you. It's just a really well-made shoe. So those are my thoughts on this boot. Again, super comfortable. Love this boot. If you're wearing socks, it's just a great boot to have on. If you want to wear them with jeans, they look great. You want to wear them with shorts, wear them with shorts, they look great. A wetsuit, you know, they would look great. For what they're designed to do, they totally excel. Again, the one thing I would change, again, in the next rendition, is I would love to see a kind of a softer material in that heel cup, kind of like the OTB Jungle Lights, because these are super comfortable to wear without socks. And really, when you think about a water type shoe, a maritime jungle boot, maybe you should be able to wear them without socks and be comfortable. But love these boots, and really look forward to the next rendition of them, and really look forward to seeing what Altama will come out with next. And yeah, and those are the mods that I made to it. So just some ideas there. If you have these boots and you're looking to mod it, maybe there's some ideas you can take away. All right, everyone, until next time, this is Gear Modder signing out.